What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB Recap. We have a lot to talk about today, including the fact that Juan Soto has officially met with another club. It's not really a secret who he met with, but we'll break that down. We have a trade brewing between the Reds and the Royals involving two former 2018 first-rounders. It could be a win-win for both teams. And also, reports are surfacing that Alex Bregman wants Manny Machado-type money. What does that mean? Alex Bregman wants $350 million. Is he going to get that? We'll talk about if it's even possible in just a moment. Remember, everyone, we talk baseball every single day on the channel, so don't miss out on any of the updates. Hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget that Recap is brought to you by SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy. Use code Fuzzy. Obviously, we have some big topics to go over today, but three small changes coming to Major League Baseball in 2025. Let's talk about them real quick. I was the first to notice that during a 2025 Guardians jersey reveal on the back of Tanner Bybee's jersey, the lettering looked like it was finally fixed. So I'm coming out and saying that it's essentially been confirmed that the lettering on the back of the jerseys will be going back to normal in 2025 and beyond. I know that they said that this was going to happen, but to see it live in front of my eyes, thank you. Because if we ever get subjected to this jersey ever again, look at this Justin Verlander jersey if you're not looking. What in God's name was that? Another lettering change technically coming to baseball in 2025. Minute Maid Park, which is one of my favorite ballpark names in all of baseball, is no more. Minute Maid Park is transitioning to Daikin, which just, I mean, Daikin Park or whatever it's going to be. Listen, I could be in the minority, but I'll probably still call it Minute Maid Park. Just like, again, I could be in the minority. I don't like the sound of Oracle Park. It's better than Daikin. I still call it AT&T Park. A lot of my family and friends still call Progressive Field Jacobs Field. It's almost like Twitter, where I don't like the name of X. I'm still going to call X Twitter. Maybe I'm just hard-headed. I don't know. But Minute Maid Park, the fact that that's going away, that one hurts. Not going to lie, that one stings. You know what doesn't sting, though? The Orioles admitting that they were wrong about their left field wall. They are officially bringing it back in for 2025 and beyond. They mainly built that left field wall, at least this is my opinion, to stop two guys, Aaron Judge and Gleyber Torres. Maybe because Gleyber is not going to be with the Yankees moving forward, that they are going to be cool with moving the wall back in. Then again, not only were they stopping Aaron Judge from hitting home runs, they were also stopping their own players from hitting home runs, and they were robbing baseball fans of some really cool memories of seeing guys like Judge or a Anthony Santander from the right side of the dish going yard to left field. Santander could do it, Judge could do it, but a lot of guys can't beat that left field wall. It's smart that they're bringing it back in. They overcorrected. They admitted that they overcalculated in terms of their baseball operations people. Cool. They're bringing the left field wall back in. I'm happy about that because it also seemed like it was dangerous in that left center part. The small changes are out the way. Let's talk about the big boy stories from the last few days. Alex Bregman, this is according to some reports across Major League Baseball. The reports are saying that he wants Manny Machado type money, not Juan Soto money. We'll talk about Juan Soto and the team that he met with in just a moment, but he wants Manny Machado type money. Is that even possible? So 30-year-old Manny, he got an extension last year. He turned a deal that had 6 years, 180 left into an 11-year, $350 million extension. He's going to be making, let's just round up to $40 million from ages 34 to 40. And from 2012 to 2023, Manny Machado put up a 50 FWAR with a 123 WRC plus. I know this is a lot of fancy stats, but he also had an 80 defensive rating in about 1,500 games. Bregman, he has a 135 WRC plus over about 1,100 games. And you have to keep in mind, he's always been pretty good defensively, but he just won his first Gold Glove. But here's the thing about Alex Bregman that's a little bit scary. So Bregman from 2017 to 2019 had a combined 533 slugging, which is unreal. He had 41 home runs back in 2019. But ever since the juice balls went away, since 2019, he has a 445 slugging, which is still pretty good. But his max since the 41 back in 2019 was this past season. He had 26 home runs. 26 home runs is nothing to scoff at, but not only has the power kind of decreased, his chase rate stumbled last year and his walk rate was cut in half. He had a 315 on base last year, his worst for a full season by far. But here's Here's where it gets interesting. Bregman had 14 home runs over the final 53 games. He had a .519 slugging and a 135 WRC plus, so right in line with his career WRC plus. He's also willing to play second base, so if you're telling me you can get that kind of power production from a second baseman, he's probably not going to get Manny Machado money, but if he can beat that 7-year contract that the Rangers gave Marcus Semien, that's probably going to be a whole lot easier to do. Obviously, Bregman, he's almost played 100 games in October, so that's going to matter as well. He's going to bring veteran leadership, and yes, 2017 happened, and I understand that you have to factor that in with all these Astros players. At least people are going to do it instinctively, but you have to admit that Bregman, Altuve, Correa, these guys have been really good since that point. I mean, they're not Marwin Gonzalez, who literally would be nothing. He was able to rob a team out of money because of those trash cans. To me, Manny Machado is just a step above Alex Bregman. Again, that's just my humble opinion. If you believe that Alex Bregman should beat Manny Machado's $350 million, let me know in the comments, and let me know why. Do you think that Bregman's ceiling is just a little bit higher, or do you think that age is not going to be on Bregman's side and that it's probably not smart to give him that much money? Speaking of handing someone a lot of money that people just can't seem to agree on, Juan Soto has reportedly met with the Red Sox, the Mets, and now the Blue Jays. So the Blue Jays, remember last year where we all thought Ohtani was on a flight to Toronto and ended up being Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank? Well, obviously the Blue Jays have wanted a new face of the franchise, not trying to poo-poo what Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. have done. Obviously, Vladdy has been an absolute monster, but they want a true creme de la creme top 5 player, and they're trying for Juan Soto. Again, not to discredit what Vladdy Jr. has done as of late or Bo Bichette before 2024, but Juan Soto in that lineup with a healthy pitching staff, I mean, I like what the Blue Jays can do on paper, but the thing about teams like the Blue Jays or the Angels, we always like them on paper, but something always goes wrong. I mean, you guys remember that one photo where it was David Price, Troy Tulowitzki, Russell Martin, Jose Bautista, you name it, the Blue Jays had it, and they didn't do anything with this squad. So Juan Soto meets with the Blue Jays. We don't know the exact number that they've thrown out. Nick Martinez, we know exactly what he's going to get because he accepted the qualifying offer from the Reds. He has a 3.3 ERA since coming back from Japan in 2021. So again, he's going back to the Reds. He lowered his walk rate to 1.1 last year, which is insane. He had 18 walks over 140 plus innings, which for reference, that's like Cliff Lee level command. I'm not saying that he's Cliff Lee, but to have a 1.1 walks per 9 as a starter with 140 plus innings, that's wild. He gets $21 million from the qualifying offer. Someone who could be joining Nick Martinez in that Reds rotation pretty soon, Brady Singer of the Royals. They are talking about him for Jonathan India. I'm not sure if it's going to be a one-for-one trade, but we have to remember that these are two former first-rounders from the 2018 draft, and they're both free agents after 2026, so very similar situations. And if this does actually happen, I truly think it could be one of the better win-win trades that you can possibly drop. So if we take a look at Jonathan India, second base has been a black hole for the Royals since 2022. Even when Witt was on the team in 2022, he was horrific. India, he has elite chase rates. He also takes his walks with the best of them. Now, he does have bricks for hands and doesn't play the best defense, but he at least got better going to his left this past season. He still stinks going up the middle and to his right. Brady Singer, he bounced back. He has that elite slider, a decent sinker at best. He didn't throw it as much. He threw the fastball more, which doesn't make sense because it's not a very good pitch. I think that he should go back to throwing the sinker more. Then again, he bounced back as a major league athlete, and I'm sitting in my room making videos about him. So what do I know? The Reds, they have a plethora of infield talent. We're not even factoring the Candelario move. You have Ellie De La Cruz, Matt McClain, you have Christian Encarnacion Strand, Noel Marte. They just don't really have room for Jonathan India. And if they can add to the rotation with a Brady Singer, I mean, the Royals, they're rotation's pretty beefy, if you ask me, with Seth Lugo, Cole Reagans, Michael Walker. They have some other up-and-coming players that could make a difference as well. This is not an awful problem to have if you're the Reds or the Royals. You've been pretty good at developing the staff and the infield to the point where you might have some options in terms of leftovers. And because of that, you can flip them for positions that you actually need. It's a great problem to have. And last but not least, Austin Slater, one of the best in the biz versus left-handed hitters. He gets a 1-year deal to go play for the White Sox. He has a 350 on base from 2020 to 2023. So, I mean, if Moneyball was made in 2024, Austin Slater would literally be a dream pickup for Billy Beane because he gets on base, he has an above-average arm, and he's kind of fast.